Hello everybody, Kraken coming at you with another video, and welcome to the first ever State of the Game address. Now in this video I do have a couple things to cover, including the February 5th ban list, and just looking at the top decks right now from the 31st, we'll say from the 31st to the 5th, and whether I think they're going to stay there or what I think is going to happen. So we will start with the most recent ban list. Okay, so some cards that move to the forbidden list include Gofu, the Vague Shadow, Dandelion, which two shockers, they went directly from unlimited to forbidden. Double Iris, Skullcrabad Joker, which in a lot of people's estimations is going to completely wreck the Pendulum Magician deck. I'm not so sure that's going to happen, especially with Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. That card is beyond insane, and that card will be a very, very powerful force to reckon with in any Pendulum deck. So let's move on. Level Leader went from unlimited to banned, so that's the third card that went from completely unlimited to completely forbidden. Maxi was banned. He was only at 1. And that is it for the forbiddens. Now let's move on to the limited. Apo Cleafort Towers, the best way I can pronounce it, was forbidden for the longest freaking time, and now finally, thank you God, he is limited. Which means I see some Cleafort decks coming. I don't see maybe pure Cleafort. I see some Cleafort engines coming, especially with this being limited now. The next, let's see, Grinder Golem goes from 3 to 1. Grinder Golem, as everybody who's been in the game for 30 seconds knows, this thing can create a stupid loop. I mean, you start off, you special summon it to your opponent's side of the field, you get 2 tokens. From there, Link Spider, Akishish Magician, which then bounces back to Grinder Golem to your hand. You do it again, you get 2 more tokens, and you can go to any fucking Link 4 you want. Currently, that's the only thing you can do. When the TCG finally brings out Security Dragon, that combo is going to get a lot stupider and a lot more powerful. Which next ban list I see him going forbidden? And let's see here. Performance Damage Juggler. Now, mind you, I really haven't read his effect, so I cannot provide any shit on him. You know what? I can find my fucking phone. Okay. Here we go. I'll just look him up for you guys real quick. Okay. His card effect goes as follows. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that will inflict damage to you, you can discard this card, negate the activation if you do destroy that card. During either player's battle phase, you can discard this card, reduce the battle damage you would take this turn to 0. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 performance monster from deck to hand, except this one obviously. You can use that effect once per turn. So, being he's only at 1, I see him being something to help prevent damage from, let's say, a Trickstar deck, which is designed to burn the living shit out of you. Moving on, the first Link monster to be on anything, Firewall Dragon to 1, which I think was the right call because you can start to link multiple Firewall Dragons together and then things get stupider. Now, Spiral Resort is to 1, thank God. But the 2 I want to touch on that were forbidden for the longest damn time. Monster Reborn, Solemn Judgment. You know, old school Yu-Gi-Oh players have been around for a long time. Like I was here in the game's inception in the States. I quit for a long time and then I came back. But I was still around when Monster Reborn and Solemn Judgment were staple cards in a deck. So for me, the nostalgic factor being pretty fucking high. So I love seeing these cards come off. Let's see here. What else? Semi-limited, nothing changed. Okay. Oh shit, excuse me. So things like BLS Envoy, Card Trooper, Thunder King Ryo, Baryonic, El Shaddoll Fusion, Future Fusion, Sacrifice, Preparation of Rites, and Torrential Tribute all went unlimited, which is great, which is just fucking beautiful. I love this. Torrential Tribute, I love seeing go to 3 because now you kind of look over your shoulder a little bit. Like, I start special summoning monsters I fill up my board. Is my opponent going to whip out a fucking Torrential Tribute and completely destroy me? Very possible now. Torrential Tribute is at 3, not just 1. So, am I telling you to look over your shoulder for Torrential Tribute? Sure. I wouldn't say it's going to be in every deck, but I'm going to say it's going to be in some. With that being said, now let's move on to the current deck portion. Now, mind you, I'm going to read shit from the 5th, because that's when this ban list officially took hold. So let's just kind of tell you what I'm seeing here. Trickstar, Spiral, Pendulum Magicians, the next 5, Spiral, Trickstar, Spiral. Ooh, Paleozoic Frog. Paleozoic's always been a decent deck, though. It's always kind of a deck that's been floating under the radar. It's been real good. It can clean up at a tournament, so I'm not too surprised to see that. What I am surprised to see is a dinosaur deck on the 31st, placing in the top 16. Okay, I did not expect to see that. I see posted on, now mind you, this is tcgplayer.com. This tells you the most pertinent decks. I know there's other better sources, but this is the first one I found, so you look past me here. On the 5th, a Noble Knights deck took number 1. Yes, folks. Not Trickstar, not Spiral, not Pen Magician, Noble Knights. Let's see what this guy was running. The young man who did this was Johnny Nugan. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his last name. That's like people trying to pronounce my last name. It's Italian. Don't try. Ash Blossom. Okay, well, the hand traps. There's 5 hand traps. I'm definitely not surprised to see that. A good Noble Knight roundup here. Good shit. You got a lot of the Noble Knight spells and traps, obviously. Extra deck. Azul-Date, or yeah, the new Noble Knight Link monster to come out of Extreme Force. Huh. Of course, Utopia Lightning is another one of those cards that are just a fucking staple. Just because it's stupid powerful, it can basically run over anything as long as the person doesn't have an out. But I'm very pleased to see that some other decks have got it kind of snuck under the radar. Noble Knight's taken it. The Noble Knight deck beat the Pendulum Magician deck for the top spot. Now let's see who was 3rd. Spiral. So, okay, let's go 4th while we're looking. Because this is all the same tournament. So, rounding off the top 5, you got Noble Knights at number 1. Pen Magician number 2. I apologize. These are several different tournaments. But there are tournaments that the Pen Magician took number 1. But Noble Knights taking a number 1 friggin' spot. I am actually, let me see if this kid let me see if they have records on these people. Oh, my buddy's gonna love to see Galaxy Lightsworn. 60 card Pentaplant. Brother Encounter Fairies. He top 8. 2013. Okay, well, I'll say he top 8 with Toon World. Shit. Yeah, that was his best placing on the 5th. So, hey, Noble Knights. Alright. Now, I'm kind of encouraged seeing that. Let's see what else. You look at the. No, let's see here, folks. See if I can find something else. Metadex. Okay. Excuse me again, folks. I'm getting fucking tired here. Huh? Okay. So just to read some of the top here, it looks like a not Chaos, Cyber Dragon variant. Looks like a variant running the Sacred Beasts. Blue Eyes. Mermail. Mermail Frog. Shadow Reaper. Oh, Vendred shit. I am a big fan of Vendreds, folks. Fright Fur. What the fuck? Galaxy Destroyer? Oh, I gotta see this shit. Huh. Oh, good shit. Good shit. What I'm actually gonna fucking do is I am going to send this link to my friend. I mean, he is an avid Galaxy Eyes. I mean, he just loves Galaxy Eyes. And this was done February 1st. Well, good shit, man. Good shit. I'm glad to see all these decks. I really am. I'm glad to see these decks either coming back to prominence or cementing their power. It's good to fucking see. Come on, load, motherfucker. While we're waiting this to load, that's very encouraging because I like to see a whole bunch of different decks competing. Last format was the big three: Spiral, Pen Magician, and Trickstar. It is good to see other decks running in contention. Where do I think this card game is going to go? I think it's going to take a solid month before the meta actually takes form. But right now, if you are a player going to a regional like myself, if you have a deck that's close to your heart like Dinos are close to mine, Dino has always been sort of not meta, but meta. I mean, it's always been on that cusp of being great. Now, personally, I run a True King variant, which I gotta tell you, there's a lot of variants of the Dino deck. There's your True Kings, there's your Dolls, there's your Pures, there's your... I've seen Dino Zoo, I've seen Brilliant Dino. Now, mind you, I've tried the Brilliant Dino. I'll tell you what, it's a great engine because not only can you summon out Seraphonite, which gives you that extra normal, you can, if done right, you can bring out Sarjua and have another special. So let's pretend you already use your normal summon. You would, at very bare bones, one more normal, one more special. I mean, even though you get special umpteen billion times a fucking turn, you still got that extra one right there. If you got that on all your special summoning, and you have something in your hand that can be special summoned, you know what? You special, you can normal. The plays can go for on forever. But like I said, the current meta being undefined, a lot of things have the capability and the power to run amok and make it serious dent. Now with all that being said, where do I think the top 5 decks are going to be? Personally, I find them being in this order, starting with number 1 is Pendulum Magician. So even though it took a recent hit, it's still powerful as hell with heavy metal foes Electromite. Number 2 being Trickstar for sure. With their burn capability, they're just fucking stupid. Now, I still see Spirals being a thing. I still see Spirals at number 3. As bad as I fucking hate to admit it. Number 4, I see Lightsworn. Lightsworn with the new Curious has just become a whole bunch more fucking powerful. The 5th deck, I want to say Dinosaur. But how? Okay, all right, here we go. At the 5th spot, I will throw in my thought. I'll throw in that the number 5 for me will be ABC. ABC is still incredibly powerful. Nothing got hit. Terraforming at 3, Union Hanger at 3. Enough said. But I am going to make a couple sleeper picks. First sleeper pick I see is Galaxy. And it's not just because my friend runs it. The Galaxy engine is very powerful. And trust me, I've gone against it firsthand. Like I said, my friend has a YouTube channel, Dragon Master 90. Go check him out. But he has really accentuated the power of a Galaxy deck. Now, it's a Galaxy Blue Eyes variant, but I'm going to tell you what. If he gets his board set, it's hard to break. Very, very hard to break. That being said, I can see Galaxy coming in somewhere. My next pick is, it's kind of not right to call it a sleeper, but I'm going to call it a sleeper anyway. Dinosaur. Any variant of a dinosaur, whether it be True King, Brilliant, Shaddoll, Pure, any one of those 4 variants, I can see coming to prominence, coming to power. Is it going to break through to something like a Trickstar Pen Magician level? No. But if built correctly, could it give those decks a run? Yes, it could. Now, that may be a little bias coming through, but oh well, you'll get that. My next sleeper pick is actually something of a variant. Now, either it might be a splash-in, whatever. Zombie. Especially with the Vendreads. Now, mind you, in Extreme Force, they didn't get the support they truly needed. But still, they're stepping in the right direction with Vendreads. Now, in Flames of Destruction, I believe they're going to complete the Vendread set. I keep waiting for the ultimate boss monster. I've seen the name thrown around a bunch. Revendread Nemesis. So he's supposed to have I've seen 3K attack and all this other shit. So we will indeed see. And we are still waiting, I believe, for another ritual spell card. Because the way the cards are worded, that's what we're still fucking waiting for. So as for the state of the game address, I'm going to say what the hell is the accent? I'm going to say keep your eyes out for the top 5, but also keep your eyes out for anything. You go to a competition, you go Spiral, Trickstar, Pen Magician. Don't be surprised to see a rogue deck in there somewhere. You're sitting down and they start throwing cards down like a Galaxy deck or a Dino deck or some form of a Chaos deck or even frickin' Noble Knights that just took a number 1 spot on the 5th. Look for the rogues. I'm telling you, side for the biggest one. Side for the Pen Magician. Side for Spiral. Side for Trickstar. But be ready for the rogues. I got a feeling. Now, I'm just giving you my opinion on this. I have a feeling that a rogue deck is going to make a big splash soon. Whether it be the new Relinquish support coming out in the new Legendary Duels, the Millennium Eyes. Watch out for that too, because those decks are powerful. I see at least one rogue deck getting noticed. let's just see what that deck's going to be. But this is going to wrap up my State of the Game address. Stay tuned for more. This is Kraken. I'm not going to say this is your boy Kraken, because I ain't your boy yet. Hopefully one day I'll become your boy. But for now, this is the Kraken, signing out.